welcome to another episode of Over the Curb podcast, a Formula One podcast by fans old and new, by Formula One fans old and new. This is the Australian GP race preview. Joining me again is my team, Honey Badger and Shakuni. Hey guys.
Hello.
For this time, I'll go full Aussie style in my welcome.
It's Australia, mate.
G'day guys, how are ya? How's it going? And it's that time of the year, baby. Aussie GP.
Australia is back.
Aussie GP is back after 2 or 3 years. Third
20
year, right?
you have the best calculation in hand, having attended the last Australian GP that was held. We are now going to have a moment
Feels
of
bad.
silence.
Feels bad. Yeah, 2 minute silence.
2 minute silence.
So the last time Australian GP happened, Trump was still the president of America, and Ricardo was in his first year of Renault. Let that sink in.
Also, Norris and Russell made their debut.
Also, yeah, and
Oh,
Kubica was driving in Williams.
Oh yes.
yeah. Oh fuck. Oh my god. Nico Hulkenberg was still a driver in Formula One.
Nico Hulkenberg was the
Yes, Hulk was also there. Yes.
teammate of Ricardo.
Oh,
Well,
it's been a while.
It feels good to be back in Melbourne for the Australian GP. Yeah.
And also, last time when the GP happened, there were only 3 DRS zones.
And now 4th DRS zone.
Okay, let's do this sequentially. We've already given you a teaser of what we will talk about, but the biggest thing that we have been hearing since Saudi Arabia is Audi and Porsche. What is happening?
Are trying to get into F1.
They are trying to get into F1. I don't know. So Audi was in talks with McLaren, but I don't think that is happening. Porsche is in talks with Red Bull, and I'm thinking Oracle, Red Bull, Honda, Porsche racing. Is that what we will see in 2026? I don't know what is happening, but Porsche will be joining Red Bull in, like, the talks are happening. Marketing capacity. I don't think they are going to be much involved with anything else development wise. But we are not sure. These are just rumors from somewhat credible sources, but the details of these offers or these talks between both the parties are not yet public. Audi apparently raised their offer to McLaren to 650 million euros from 450 million. But apparently McLaren is also in talks with BMW, so it's a lot. Bottom line is they are coming to Formula One. 25, 26. They will be coming to Formula One.
I think it will be 26 because 26 will have new regulations, right? So I think it would be 26.
We just had a regulation change.
Yeah, so every 5-6 years it happens.
What bullshit. These people have been crying Mercedes has won 8 titles in 8 years. 8 years, and then now you're doing what? 22 you did regulation change, and then 20. How is 26 6 years?
Four. Sorry. We were talking about the 2020, so I thought we were still in 2020. Okay, my bad.
Okay, when you said 25, 26, I want to get this thing clear. Are they trying to come into Formula One as a supporters, and they want to come as a full-fledged team in 2025 and 26, or they are just going to come in directly in 25 or 26?
So Porsche is going to get a taste of what it is like. So their partnership with Red Bull for now is not going to be anything development related, is what I've read. Audi wanted to take over the McLaren team, but we can't have a grid without McLaren. I mean, come on, guys. Like McLaren. It's like Sasti Ferrari. Come on. It's like that's McLaren.
Thank you for calling McLaren a Sasti Ferrari.
Eight minute. I can do that because I'm a certified McLaren fan. Okay, I love Danny Rick. I will follow whatever team he is a part of. So I can do it. Sasti Ferrari is because this is the second most successful constructor in Formula One. The first most successful, most consistently having car on the track, and like no like name changing bullshit. Okay, those are just three. There are just three teams like that. It's Williams, it's Ferrari, and it's McLaren.
Okay.
Wow, nice. You're
I mean,
catching up on the history also
yeah,
of
of
the
course.
sport.
I'm like, guys, I did the team introduction episode. I had to research them.
Okay. My bad.
So, yes, as of now, nobody knows if there is going to be a new team that is added. Audi's intentions are to enter into the development side, but now they are looking towards Aston Martin and or Alfa Romeo. And please, they need it. Like Audi, if you're listening to us, if you go to Alfa Romeo, invest in race strategy and please teach them how to serve a penalty. If you're looking towards Aston Martin, you only need to hear two words to make that decision: Sebastian Vettel. That's it. That is it. That's all you need.
Yeah, but then
Yeah,
they
but
also need to
आधे
hear
काम तो
2
सेप ही
words
कर
to
देगा.
back up.
Sep
Nah.
Sep can do anything. Sep can do
Yeah, but
anything.
they will hear other 2 words and they will run away. Papa stroll.
No, but like if Audi, if you want to take over any team, kick Lawrence Stroll out. I don't have any beef with the guy, but if he is the reason that one seat in that Formula One grid is going to get locked up forever until Stroll is like some 50 odd years old, please kick him out. We don't want him. Nobody wants Lance Stroll on the. I think Lance Stroll also does not want to be on the grid. It's just that how can he now say to his father that after investing billions of dollars, I don't want to race anymore? I think Lance Stroll himself does not want to. I think he's giving in consistently bad performances. He's waiting for his father to say that you are useless. I want to kick you out of the team. But his dad is never going to do it because he's like, log kya kahenge? This log kya kahenge is the problem.
Okay, unnecessary
Unnecessary Lance Stroll bashing. It's going to happen a lot. You should be. This is a very fresh perspective. Any other podcast, if you listen, it's either going to be like Max Verstappen fans like bashing on Lewis Hamilton, or the other way around. Lewis Hamilton fans says we don't do that here.
We don't do that here.
We don't do that here. We bash the real villain of Formula One, Lance Stroll.
Yeah.
Why not Latifi? He has the same reason, na?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I know we don't have any Canadian listeners, but I don't want to like imagine somebody from Canada was like, "Oh, let me listen to this Australia GP and it's just like 10 minutes of us just dunking on Canadian drivers."
Also, for that question, I would like to answer that if he is the better Canadian on the grid.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh,
okay.
hands down. Like, I mean, at least Latifi has some connections to Nutella. Like Lance Stroll has nothing. Okay. After that unnecessary Canada driver bashing. We come back to Audi and Porsche. Germans, the things that matter.
I want to see them sooner than later.
I
Actually.
want to see them as teams. Like Audi, Porsche, like enter as new teams, get new drivers, get Nico Hulkenberg in one of your seats and like get a young chap alongside him.
I want Porsche to buy out Haas, but keep the staff.
Gunther, we're not ready to say bye to Gunther.
Nah. We can't leave him out of F1.
Yeah.
If Gunther is gone, Netflix will not have someone to looks, na?
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Exactly.
Like we have a German driver on the grid. Why is I have not heard Haas's name in any of these conversations?
Yeah, but I mean, still, I don't think they will go with Haas.
Why not? They're like of all the back markers team. I think. I mean, teams that were back markers last year. I think Haas is the strongest one right now.
Exactly.
Haas,
Yeah.
No, Alfa Romeo is the strongest one as of now. Plus, Alfa Romeo, they also get a little bit help with the engine and everything. With Haas, they don't get much of.
What Shakuni means is Haas is not an entirely, automobile team
Exactly.
or per se,
Thank you.
but Alfa Romeo kind of is. So that's what he wanted to say.
But between Haas and Alfa Romeo, only one team knows how to serve a penalty.
Yeah.
That team is my pick.
I would agree to that.
I don't think I'm ever going to let it go. Like this Alfa Romeo not being able to serve those penalty, it's going to be a running joke now. But Audi, Porsche, BMW, if you are also thinking of entering, you guys have enough money. Bring in a new team. The grid needs new, fresh blood. The grid needs more fights. The grid needs more teams, not more
Yeah.
races.
Also, I would like to enter them as the engine suppliers, not the entrepreneurs.
Yes, please give the
That would be
fans
more
what they
exciting.
want.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I want all the old ones to come back, like Toyota, Honda as a separate one,
Honda,
BMW,
yes.
Sauber. Oh God, just the full grid of automotive manufacturers. Damn,
I mean,
it will be so jam-packed.
Lamborghini.
I would
So,
love to see Benetton also, even though it's not a automobile company per se.
oh yeah, Benetton also, yes. Benetton was also a good team.
Yeah.
Lamborghini failed in Formula One. Lamborghini tried to come, like I think that was one season or something.
I mean, the reason all these teams were in Formula One and then went away was more or less because of the successes or bleeding money or whatever. But I think now it is a little different because you have access to more data.
Yeah.
I think it would be a little bit easier to do what they want to do. But anyways, if you're listening to us, come as separate teams. Don't try to like take over whatever teams are existing on the grid. We can have more teams on the grid. We have had more teams on the grid.
Yeah.
Also, if you are listening to us, thank you.
Yeah, please give a shout out to this.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Okay, now let's I think okay, so in the entire week, this is the major news. A couple of things that I also wanted to talk about was one, a lot of press statements being given by Christian Horner and Helmut Marko about Daniel Ricciardo's exit. Why are we still talking about it? He left.
What?
Get over it.
I
Yes.
didn't come across this news.
What are you saying?
That
Like,
is me.
there were so many.
Oh.
There were, like, Christian Horner said that he left because he was in the ascendancy of Max. Max was going to be the number one driver and he did not want to be number two, blah blah blah. And I'm like, why are we still talking about this? He left. Just let it be. Okay. And here, for the first time ever, I'm going to give Christian Horner and Helmut Marko the benefit of the doubt. And I want to ask the journalists asking these questions. Why?
Exactly. I
Why
wanted to
you
come to
not
that.
talking about 2022 Red Bull? Why are you talking about things that happened 4 years ago?
Why are you picking that up and asking the questions related to that now? What is the need?
If you
Exactly.
want to talk about Daniel Ricciardo's performance, talk to McLaren. Don't talk to Red
McLaren,
Bull.
yeah.
Those are things
Exactly.
gone, and they are done. We are done with watching. Like, it's never going to happen. It's not like he's going to come back. He does not want to come. Nobody wants to go back and be in that second seat with Red Bull.
Yep.
Except Jehan.
Oh man, Jehan. I wish he could be in Formula One sooner than later.
Yeah, let's see what is.
Okay. Do you expect him to be in Formula One next season?
No.
No. All
No.
right.
No chance.
Not this soon. Unfortunately, it's not going to happen because it's Jehan's last year in Formula 2.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't think so. I think Red Bull is going to keep a track of what he's doing and everything, but I don't see him coming
But
in. But I hope I'm
so-
wrong. Like, I mean, I hope I'm wrong, and I hope he gets a chance in that Alpha Tauri at least. And Yuki is promoted to Red Bull, and unfortunately, that means Checo goes.
Winning the championship is the only thing he could at
Do this
least
year.
do to be on the radar,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, definitely. That's the only thing that can at least put him on the map. If not
Yeah,
just
exactly.
Red Bull with some other teams, because I think if Nicholas Latifi keeps on continuing this, he might get the axe by whenever his contract is over. I don't think they're going to retain him anymore. He's a paid driver. He is. There can be other paid drivers as well. Maybe we see Nikita Mazepin. Speaking of Nikita, again, Nikita Mazepin, we understand what happened to you was unfair, but you still got the better deal. You can still sit in your mansion and complain about things. Nobody wanted you to lose your seat like that, but you are just a collateral damage in a war nobody asked for. So we understand your pain, but it's not cancel culture. You're not getting cancelled. You should have been cancelled before you set foot in Formula One when you groped a woman. So you're not cancelled, buddy.
Yep.
So these are the two things that I wanted to talk about. Let's come to Australia now. let's come to the
Let's come
thing
to
that we are the most excited about. Australia track changes, amazing. 4 DRS zones, amazing.
So here is the thing I wanted to say about the tracks. Even though I've been to the Aussie GP, I still felt that this track could be improved because there were not many overtaking chances before these all the changes they have made. The track is, I mean, it's a street circuit. I agree, but apart from the pitch straight DRS and the second DRS also, it's not that effective. Sector one is a good
It's a very small DRS.
or small DRS. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
And
to be able
even
to.
now also with the, I am excited to see these new cars in action because
It's easier to
considering we know
follow.
considering we know the fact that it's easier to follow the cars now, and even though see now the 4 DRS zones which we have are also not the long ones, they are the short ones only, right?
No, they are
But
longer.
no, that the DRS after turn 6 is longer,
Yeah.
I think.
So
That's the only addition, right?
yeah, yeah. I think
So
there was a chicane that they removed and made it like a
oh
straight.
yeah, that
Yeah, there was a chicane that was removed altogether, and
that's the best change I would say
yeah,
on the
there
whole
are
track.
4 DRS zones but 3 detection points. So I think after the
Two,
main
two, two.
straight, 2 detection points.
Only two. Yeah, only two.
So okay, for the newer fans, a detection zone. Okay, I'm also one, so I will tell you what I think detection zone is. So detection zone is if you pass the detection zone and you are in the range of DRS, like you are if you are less than 1 second behind the car in front of you, you will be able to use the DRS in the DRS zone. Am I correct?
Yes.
Exactly.
Oh wow, look at me, I'm so smart.
Hey, if you want to explain it to someone, you can just call it a turbo, nitro,
Yeah,
nitrous boost.
nitro.
Thank you.
Nice.
So yeah, 2 detection zones and 4 DRS zones. It is going to be bonkers.
Yeah. So yeah,
But then, so if
as I was
okay,
saying,
so if they only have 2 detection zones, then well, okay. So for example, if someone has crossed the detection zone 1, will they be able to use both the DRSs back to back?
yes.
Yes.
That's the whole point.
Yes, that's the
Okay,
point.
all right.
So
Yeah.
one detection zone is at the penultimate corner. That's where I watched the GP 2 times.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
So there's one detection zone there, and the other one is at turn 6, before turn 6, I suppose.
No, after turn 6, right after turn 6 and before turn 7.
Okay. Yeah, got it.
Got it.
So there'll be double DRS after turn 1. I mean, pit straight and turn 1 after turn 1, and for the next 2 DRS zones, it'll be one detection point. Got it.
Okay. Bottom line is 4 DRS zones, 2 detection points. Amazing. Faster cars will have a lot of advantage here. So we know Ferrari and or Red Bull, either of them are going to win the races.
All right.
Let's talk about upgrades. No Mercedes upgrades this weekend,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
But who has got all the upgrades this weekend? It's none other than Williams.
Yeah, Williams has got a lot of.
They have what? A front wing, rear wing, and 4 upgrades, right?
Yeah,
Even the McLaren got some updates, right?
yeah. So Lando Norris, Fernando Alonso, and Yuki are all using new ice this time. Now, Fernando Alonso and Yuki have already. This is going to be the third internal combustion engine, which means that any time after this, when they get a new engine, they are going to incur a 5-place grid penalty.
That's too early, no?
Yeah, same
Yeah,
for
that's what I was
turbocharger.
thinking.
Same for turbocharger, same for MGUH, same for MGUA.
Yeah.
So they're getting an entire new power unit, and Yuki and Fernando have run out of their quota of the power unit components that they can
Components.
use,
All right.
which is crazy. This is too early in the season.
Yeah, not even 1/3 of the season is completed, and
This is the
Just 2
third race.
races. This is the
Third
third
race.
race, and they are using
Third
the
race,
top
yeah.
ice.
They are using their third engine in the third race. And
Idiots.
Crazy.
I don't think they are idiots. I think it's more like their engine troubles because Yuki and Fernando both had DNFs in Saudi.
Yeah.
Yuki did not start, and Fernando had a DNF. So I mean, we saw it coming. So that is there. Daniel Ricciardo and Mick Schumacher, to nobody's surprise, are going to be starting with a new gearbox.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
and this is their second one that they will be using.
I'm expecting more from Mick Schumacher this season, which I'm not seeing. I'm currently disappointed with him.
I am disappointed since the day he joined. So, but still, okay.
I still think it's too early to judge Mick Schumacher. I know he's at par age-wise with the current reigning world champion, but the current reigning world champion was not in Formula 2 for 3 years.
Yep, agreed. Exactly. That's what I wanted to say. That's what I said before also.
Yeah,
I
this
stand with that.
Shakuni,
He may become a world champion, but definitely not a multiple world champion.
not a multiple world champion.
That's my thing. That's my thing.
Okay.
And I have the similar expectations from your Norrises or your Gaslys or your Ocons. So even I feel they'll be champion one day, but not multiple world champions like Vettel or Lewis or Michael Schumacher.
See, the
That's my
thing is
point.
that I don't mind them being world champions, just don't do it consecutively. Just don't do it, because then that becomes boring. Don't do it consecutively.
Two is fine. Three
Yeah.
is manageable. Four is like no.
Oh my god.
Boring.
Just like yeah. But at least I think the 2012 championship of Vettel, the third championship, was still like, it was still at least going till the last race. Like, give me that entertainment. Don't decide it like in 5-6 races before the season ends.
2012 Brazil race was
Yeah,
the
I know.
best race I have ever seen.
I know, I'm on that season right now. I'm going to be watching it in another 3-4 weeks time because
Yeah,
I stick to a
I
time
don't
table.
know how much of how much of those emotions will get to you watching it live and watching it now. It's kind of different, and how emotionally you are connected to that, I don't know, but
I
I have a
cried
doubt.
when Vettel won his first championship because I was on the edge of my seat. Despite knowing what the outcome was, I was like, Alonso is going to overtake Petro. It is going to happen.
Oh,
I was so nervous. I bit all my nails. It was very nerve wracking. Despite me knowing, I knew who won the 2010 World Championship.
you will surely enjoy the Brazil finale
Yes,
2012.
I am very much looking forward to watching that race.
So you have watched the 11 Canadian GP, right?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah. So similar race, but the championship thing was not on the line.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a equally good GP that I watched when compared to Brazil, and Brazil is like whole new another level.
Yeah, so I am scheduled to watch that race on 9th of May. So it's a long time, but
9th of May.
yeah, so like I watch one race every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday because so like I have to watch the race, I have to take everything in and just like take a break because like 2 hours I'm just giving into the race. And
Okay.
yeah, so like I have to pace myself. I wish I could, if I binge watch, we know what happens when you binge watch, you don't remember everything. So
Yeah.
I don't want to binge it. I'm very
Okay.
happy to take it slow. Anyways,
Get back to our discussion.
get
We
back
have
to our
gone on
discussion.
different tangents.
Yeah, I think Red Bull is also running with a new rear wing.
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, but Mercedes has made some changes. They've like cut across the plates or something of the rear wing to just I mean at this point it's damage limitation for them because they were
Yeah.
supposed to bring a new floor and a new rear wing to Australia, but that hasn't happened. I don't know if it's developmental issues or logistical, but it hasn't happened. But
Yes.
they weren't looking too bad. Sure, they are still very much off the pace, but they weren't looking too bad. Carlos Sainz's porpoising, man. Oh fuck, that was insane.
Sector one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Too
That
much.
was insane.
Carlos and Lewis both. I think porpoising, I am not understanding like how is Red Bull the only team who has figured porpoising out, and all the other teams are still struggling with it.
I think a
McLaren
lot
also,
of
no?
McLaren never
No,
had the problem.
Never had that problem. Yeah.
McLaren had the like the
Their
speed issue.
braking उनका braking का problem था, which
Yeah.
emerged in Bahrain. But
Yes.
I think the reason this is happening is because we've seen different interpretations of the regs, and that has resulted in different side pods. So
Yeah.
the way porpoising works is these ground effect cars, no, they shift the center of pressure on those side pods as the drivers drive, depending on
Mm.
the speed and everything. So that's why, based on the geometry of your side pods, the porpoising effect is going to change. And because we have such different side pods for
Side
every
pods.
single team, that's why
Exactly.
it's not going, the problems that these teams face are not going to be similar or consistent. Like, it's not going to be consistent. Sure, they're facing same problems, but their solution to their problems are not going to be similar because their side pods are different. Wow, look at me suddenly sounding like an aerodynamics expert. I'm not, guys.
Welcome to Tech Tuesdays on Formula One.
I'm not. This is just me. Me having way too much interest in during the Barcelona test. So during the Barcelona test, I had the like the watch alongs and everything on WTF1 watch along on my TV. Then my personal laptop, I was following a blog, and then my work laptop was open because I was also working at the time, and it was insane. It was a crazy time, and that's when I learned about all this. So
Yeah.
I think we're done. How are we done? Like, we're done with all the talking points.
No, you haven't talked about Sebastian Vettel coming back.
Yeah, Seb is back. Already got a fine. Drove a
Seb is back.
scooter.
All I want to say about that is
Still
glad that he
faster
got
than
a
the Aston Martin.
no. Glad he got a 5,000 euro fine and not a 5-second penalty. Canada 2019.
Okay, for context, you will have to wait a year and a half for me to get the context.
I know you don't have the context. I have told you multiple times about this incident. I've shown you the videos
Dude,
also.
do you know how much we talk F1?
It's that thing where Vettel picks up the number one board and
Oh,
puts
it's
it
that
in the
one. Oh, okay.
exactly. Yeah.
Okay, remembered it. Remembered it.
So he was
That
given
was
a 5-second
FIA.
penalty.
Michael Musk. That was
That
not a penalty.
so that was the first fuck up Masi made.
First of many.
First of many.
That was
I
the
think
beginning of the legendary Masi era.
yeah, before 2 months or 3 months, Sir Charlie Whiting has passed away, and
Yes.
Masi took over the job, and he fucked up from there.
And
If-
that's when we knew he fucked up.
Although it's mostly credited to stewards, not the race director. But anyway, we'll blame Masi for now.
Yeah, we'll anything that happens, we blame Masi for it.
Predicts. Let's go to predicts then.
Predictions. Who wants to go first?
Chakani, go first.
Okay. Charles, Sainz, Max. Fastest lap, Max. Both McLaren in points. Then all the cars finish race. So 0 DNF. Bottas of points.
Okay, Honey Badger, you are up.
Okay, my predictions: Max, Charles, and Sainz. 1, 2, 3. Fastest lap, Charles. And the general predictions, I would go with at least one Williams DNF. Both the Alpines in points. Magnussen top 8.
So Kramer predicted Max, Charles, and Ocon for the podiums. Fastest lap to Max. And for general predictions, he has Zoe beats Bottas. Stroll does not make it to Q3, and one McLaren below P10. And my predictions are for the podium, I have Charles, Sainz, and Max. Fastest lap to Charles. Hamilton beats Russell. Sainz starts on pole, and Daniel Ricciardo beats Lando Norris. Okay.
All right.
All right, that brings us to the end of this episode. Thank you everybody for listening. Thank you guys for joining. Thank you for making this work. We all had a lot of work to do today. But okay, thank you everybody for listening to this episode. If you like the episode, please share it with your friends, leave a rating, subscribe. If you want us to cover anything, if you have any feedback, or if you want to be part of the podcast, write to us at overthecurbpodcast@gmail.com. You can also find us on Instagram at overthecurbpodcast and on Twitter at overthecurbpod. Until Monday, bye bye.